Hi, TAKful Creator here. Alright, let's get started. May God the Creator bless us. May God the Redeemer heal us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us. Give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to do the work of God. Feet to walk the path of justice and mouths to preach the good news. May the angel of peace, prosperity, light, abundance, and love watch over us and lead us to the reign of God. Ashe. Okay, so in my previous reading, that I'm going to link to the end of this video, is about two different couples that are seemingly related. That could be professionally, that could be familially, and like family, or that could be like just friends, like they know of each other type of thing, but they're connected in some regard, right? One side, and that is the right side, even though their actions aren't right, if you get what I'm saying. And I kind of reset up the board so that I can more easily go into why the numerology is attached to this storyline, which is attached to the overall energy during this 11/11 portal. That's so conveniently during a full moon eclipse, right? Full moon and Taurus eclipse. So this energy is just chaotic. It's chaotic because it's on two different sides of the extremes. Right? There's no sense of balance outside of this area right here, but we're going to get into that again. All right, so on the right side that isn't so right, we have a couple. The female here, she is bi. Nothing against that. However, when she decided to lay with her cousin over here, because there's incest here, a form of and you know, I'm realizing like incest could also be like play cousins. Like it could be like you grew up with this individual, they're technically family, just no blood relation, right? So that could be the incest that's over here. And she ended up getting pregnant by him, right? She doesn't really want the baby. She didn't mean to get pregnant. This is more of a karmic cycle for both of them. And she is trying to use him for marriage and a sense of stability and security for the future, right? In a way that doesn't offer him much love. It's so that the baby is taken care of. Again, inciting a karmic pattern. And the baby that they're going to have, you know, just ruining the news now, is the baby girl. Okay? Now, this couple is set to have, you know, this couple, the stork here, is set to have this baby girl before this couple over here. Now, this couple is a twin flame couple. That's why we have the twinning with the P's. But this twin flame couple will also bear children, or bear a child that is a baby girl paired with a baby boy. All right, so the female over here will be having both a girl and a boy, and will be getting pregnant after I would say the karmics over here. So we have the divine over here because this is twin flame alignment, so we're just going to call it divine since we have twin kids here. And then we have the karmics over here, right? Both bearing a child or bearing children at some point. Right. Also, a part of the storyline was that this side, there's a potential for the karmic woman over here to already have children. And if she already has children, then she's most likely not bi, or she's not a part of the community if she has children already. But this last child that she's having is incest with her cousin. If not, I know the storyline is just so dramatic, I know. If not, then this karmic that doesn't have any kids, she is bi, and this is probably one of her first times engaging with a guy, or, you know, one of the few times she engaged with a guy, you know, for experimental purposes or whatever the case is. Maybe emotional support, and she just doesn't know a healthy way of going about that, and so she embarked in a negative way, and will bear a child soon enough, right? So another part of the reading was that Ohana family is the theme of this time, this general energy that's out, because there's a spiritual war trying to keep this divine Ohana apart. Okay, so this is the focal point because this is what this energy is about. It's about divine unions coming together and then bearing the divine to, you know, overall heighten the collective energy. Okay, heighten the collective's vibration. But we see here that throws off the balance if, you know, there's two divine being born here and one karmic. Also, the ancestors of the karmic female came out in the last reading and had me be so sassy. Oh, I was so sassy. I was so sassy. To kind of give their distaste with the poor judgment on her part, because they say no one's at fault here but the female. The guy, he was just falling into a plot because he's simple, but that's not nice. But yeah, it's all her fault. Now, because it's not just a beautiful story over here, obviously the balance of the story, balance, justice, is that this twin flame union can only come about to bring in this divine, or these chosen twins, if the masculine divorces who he's currently with. And honestly, like, it seems like he's going to embark on that, divorce his current wife. And a part of me, like, in between the reading, wanted to ask, I wanted to be a little bit more nosy, and I did. The karmic individual over here, in one storyline, is the wife of the divine masculine that is set out to be with his twin flame. So he is divorcing her who got knocked up by him. This is the messiest story I've had so far. Literally the messiest. I do not tap into this energy, so you can tell, like, it is purposeful for this message to get across, because this is lower than my vibration allows a lot of the time. Okay, so you're welcome for this. But to get into the numerology, because that's exactly what this specific reading is about. Let's see what advice the numerology is setting out for us. And this numerology, because the lottery ticket scratch off winner dropped in the last reading, and so this divine is on this side, so this divine couple will be able to they're going to win the lottery and, you know, get a lot of money. Like, that's going to be awesome. So if you are watching this, here are a few lottery numbers, and you know, checking on my last couple of readings too, because I gave some lottery numbers. Whatever numbers vibe with your frequency, go play them. I'm not saying, hey, I'm not advising anything. I'm just saying, if it resonates with you, hey, might as well play them. But I do not want any of your winnings. Just know that it is your choice. You do what you are taking full responsibility for it. Okay? So I'm not going to explain everything in like excessive breath. Okay, but ooh, we do have a nice spread here. So, okay, so we have one. Ask for it, right? So I'm getting I Am the One by Mary J. Blige. That's the song that I'm getting here. And it's calling out to, like, I think this divine couple, this twin flame journey over here. The guy is looking at the girl as being the one. Okay, but there's also ask for it, which is the subtext of that, and is usually seeing what is not being spoken, what is not not being unveiled, type of thing. So he's going to divorce his wife, right? That's great and that's fine and dandy, but realize, if you are in a current marriage and stepping out to be with your twin flame, it also incites a lot of distrust and a lot of discord that needs to kind of be aired out before you can go into this divine union, because technically your intentions aren't fully pure. And in order for this divine union to truly bear this chosen twin dynamic here, you would have to truly let go of any ill intent that even could be bringing the relationship together, but any ill intent that also could be tearing any ill intent that could tear the relationship apart, or potentially tear the relationship apart. Okay, honestly, air out everything you could possibly air out. Talk about it now, because if this what I'm sensing from this balanced, rational, sane energy is that this is the face. But ask, because his people pleaser is in reverse, and she may not align with full balance and justice, because in the previous reading, this card fell out in the reverse. So I would say be wary. But we have nines, 4 nines, which symbolizes a new stage, a sense of completion, right? But a sense of completion in a way that you can only fully complete the stage if you are real with yourself, if you're able to see behind what is being spoon-fed to you. So for example, this ending is a new beginning, but it's only a new beginning if you do right by it, right? So that's what it means by be real. Like, just don't think this is a fairy tale. It's not a fairy tale. Like, there's very real structure that needs to be put in place, but like, enjoy the energy type of thing. Like, you know, celebrate yourself. You deserve to celebrate, but don't let that go to your head. That's what I'm getting about this new stage, right? And then you have the divine forces here orchestrating, right? You are collaborating with the divine to make sure that this twin union, especially during this 1111 portal, transfers in the highest light. Okay? So we have 5 in reverse. There's a sense of obeying, right? So these cards are pushed more to this side. There's the 999 that's centered, right? So here I'm getting that these cards, these numbers here are tethered to the karmic side. So obeying, right? That's what 5 symbolizes, obeying change, obeying a transition, a transformation, but it's in reverse. So I think that's this obsessive and possessive nature, trying to take control over something that you let go of control of. You let go of when you embodied that version of you that wasn't your highest self. So your control was not engaging with him, and you decided to engage with him, and now here's the consequence to that action. The divine is only treating you this way because of other obsessive and hateful, insane, some like depressive experiences you allowed to fuel your negative actions. We're not saying that you deserve the negative the negative experience you had, but you let those negative experiences do bad things, and you were the cause of those bad things. So you have to take responsibility for it, when your job was to take responsibility for the emotional healing, not the emotional draining that you did. Because energy sucker came out in the last reading too. So she was probably so depressed she needed to pick me up, and now he has to pick her up for 18 years. That's a lot, right? And then we have 88, which is horizontal. So it's like the abundance that this relationship could bring is kind of falling over. It's being pushed to the side because of the disinterest and obsessive nature and bitter hateful. I said in the previous reading that having a baby girl symbolizes a need for maturity, a need for emotional progression. Okay, so just like kids are blessings, they're also lessons. So the abundance is with the little girl. This little girl is going to bring this girl, so much, self-love. Baby boys usually offer the love outside of yourself. So it's that external love to embellish the self-love you already have. But this baby girl is going to force this karmic to imbue that self-love personally, so that the baby girl can learn. This is the lesson here. She didn't want to love herself, and she just let herself engage in whatever acts, and her abundance is now tied to the very thing that is causing a lot of hatefulness within her right now. A sense of insanity, because she's pregnant and doesn't want to be. And this baby girl is going to end up being her best friend. 37 is usually the symbol of friends, but so closely linked to abundance, symbolizes longevity, closeness, like an attachment, but a healthy attachment. In reverse here we have a 53, 5 again being in reverse, obeying, and 3 being reverse, recognizing help. So that's exactly what is being shown here. She's not seeing that this baby girl is to revamp her life in the best way possible, for the better, because she is not allowing herself to have the intestinal fortitude to be her own light. So now she has to birth her light so that she can match it, and by matching it, she is like, it's like a mirror. And in order for her to see her baby girl's light be the highest it possibly can, it's going to force her to make sure her light is shining instead of being in this very dark energy over here. We want her to be in the more balanced, rational energy instead of the upset, angry, uninterested, obsessive energy, because they're both bitter. Both karmics are bitter and hateful right now. She's more mad, so there's a rage attached to her insanity, whereas he's just insane. His mind is just wandering because he's upset. He's sad about it. He's down about it. Okay. Well, and because of all this low vibrational energy, there's a spiritual war that's happening. Unfortunately, they're connected to this energy, so this spiritual war is also happening over here. Difference is they're focusing on Ohana family. The spiritual war is not touching them as much because the divine forces are protecting them, because they're doing what needs to be done during this energetic shift. In order for you to be out of this spiritual war, even though you're going through this, to be out of this spiritual war, to attain this, 94 is on the mediumship, so I'm going to leave that over here. But to attain what is happening over here with the Ohana family, even though it might be some incest, is accepting your fate. Confirmation with the train. Accepting your fate. Accepting that this is the highest road for you right now. Yes, there are higher roads, but they are linked. They are attached to this baby girl being born. Maybe you didn't know that this was supposed to happen a few years ago, a decade ago, however long ago, but maybe it was already predestined for you. And you finally reached a point where you can honor the responsibility of having this baby girl. Okay? There's not much to say about the twin flame journey here. You're moving in flow. Everything is meant to unfold in the best light possible. You have to trust in the divine. You're doing that. One, asking, having an open channel of communication, making sure that any crevice that hasn't been checked, hasn't been unturned, is turned over. Okay? So that there's no baggage moving into this divine union, which is shown by the trinity of zeros, right? And on this end, accepting that you are birthing your best friend. You are birthing the best self you can possibly have. You have to get over your mental. You have to get over that this is a bad thing. This is a great thing. It just seems like a bad thing because this is meant for you to let go of maybe more than just one perception that is holding you back. Maybe there's a lot of maturity that has to happen mentally before the baby is born. Maybe there's 9 months. There's 9 months for you to truly wrap your head around this. You have time, but maybe that's what the 999 symbolizes, because we're talking about pregnancy here. 9 months is usually the average. But and it's telling me to bring the mediumship into this. I guess your guides want you to know 9 is being real, 4 is listening. So although you don't want to listen, you have an issue with listening to people outside of you because you feel like, because you are graduating from the timeline that you were originally attached to. Okay, so let go of that attachment. This is a season of letting go what no longer serves you. Okay, let go of that attachment. Listen, and reorganize your life to best accommodate your new best friend. Okay, you feel like nobody in the world got you but you, because you have the stronghold or strong arm this karmic male to do his part by in the last reading, marriage proposal fell out, and something else fell out, but I guess that's not important. But the marriage proposal kind of like feeling like you won't be alone for life because you bagged him. Also note that if you do not accept this baby girl with open arms, you don't get your perception right by the 9 months, you may have to have a C-section, right? That's the negative news. It's like you are being tested. Divine test is, see where you are right now. Will you be able to get your perspective right for a baby to be born? If not, abort the baby now. Abort. Your highest calling, however, is forcing you to have this baby. Your highest calling says you have to have this baby. You can stay in low vibration, you can get the abortion, and you live your life with whatever perception you have. Otherwise, if you want to be your best self, have the baby girl, get your perception right. Get your mind right, and make sure that you are able to love yourself and this baby girl and this other individual, since they are half of your baby girl now, the way that is healthy for a family dynamic. Because if you do not, the family dynamic, you won't even be able to see it. At the time of the baby being born, you will either go into a coma or lose your life. And I hate to say it, I'm being told to say it as blunt as I possibly can. This is about mind over matter. Okay, if something is presented in front of your face and you don't change your mind, you don't change an action to protect yourself, then you're not meant to have the blessings you're calling on. Okay, so here's the test. If you want the eventual blessings, mind over matter, change your perception. If you don't change your perception by the birth of the baby, then the baby will be born and take on the purpose that was intended for you and have to share that only with her father. Okay? Nobody wants any sadness, and this is coming from your ancestors. Okay? 20, joy. That's what they want. So they said to end the reading on a joyous note. Instruction how to. On what, divine? What do you want me to instruct? Quiet quitting. What do you mean by that? Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Okay. They want me to express to you how to move into joy, even though this time is gut-wrenching for you. A way to move in joy is by quiet quitting. Literally, it's no longer in your control. It's like a trust fall. The divine is behind you saying fall. You are required to fall. They being God, your God, or which is the ultimate God. It doesn't matter who your God is. It's most likely, the perception is most likely tethered to the one true God. So I'll just say universal God for the conversation, because something's telling me that religion is also an issue here. Okay? That has like a system. Okay? And a rule system. So has a pros and cons list of what a person should do in life. Okay? A moral compass. That's what you need to find. So I'm not telling you to go to Christianity, Catholicism, Islamic. Judaism. I'm not telling you to go to any specific religion. What I'm expressing is you need to find a list of morals and ethics that you can call your foundation. That you can say, all right, this is what I need to do to be a good person. And that is the first step. I know that, the society says that all these other things are telling me I need to do this to be a good person. But you know what? This book that I am naturally gravitating to, that my vibration is gravitating to, that the future me, the best version of me, will also want to gravitate to. I'm going to take this resource and I'm going to live by it like it's my personal rule book. And if it works for me, I'm going to keep it forever. If it doesn't work for me, then I'm going to do it in a different way that might work. Do it in a different way and keep trying to do it in a different way. You'll find the morals and ethics that personally align to your spirituality. And based on that, you can find a religion, you can find resources to enable you to have your own spirituality, your own connection with God, or, you could just learn how to be a better individual without even saying that you are part of the spiritual. Just you being in the 3D, just say like, this is what a good person's like, and I want my daughter to be a good person. In order for me to do that, I'm going to do these things now so that she can be born with that energy, and I will continue to do it so she can see how to use that energy. And then by you doing this, you're basically quiet quitting. You just doing what the divine told you to do. That is the easiest way for you to be a parent, is by you being the version of yourself that you want your daughter to be.